All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Tuesday team call or team Zoom, however you guys want to call it, for December 12th, 2023. Guys, I just can't believe that this year is coming to a close already. There was so much change for us and for our family this year. And it's just, I mean, it's amazing. It's truly amazing what's happening here. So, I'm excited though. I'm excited for the end of the year to be here, because we're looking for, we're already looking at a ton of growth starting for 2024. A lot of new people on board. We got some returning faces. So I'm just going to give a quick introduction. So we've got Mr. Jerry, who's over in Florida. And he's joining me on a couple of my teams as well. So welcome, Jerry. And then we got Mr. Keith, who is rejoining Cemetery as well. Took a little bit of a hiatus and is rejoining us. Didn't have some communication there for a little while with his previous upline, so I found him, he found me, and we're just happy to be able to get him up, rocking and rolling as well. And then Victor is someone that came along with. Oh, remind me of her name, Victor. I'm sorry. We should have so many new people.
With Matt. I came on with Matt.
With Matt, yeah. But who was the young lady that you work with over at um the health side?
Oh, I was working with a company that does Medicare
That's right. Yeah, there we go. So, and
with
you guys know
Fidelis.
Matt, how much of a connector he is, right? So he's out there always networking and connecting people. So, and then we have Mr. Nixon, who's up by Canada on the West Coast. And we got TI over in New Mexico, along with Miss Valerie and Shania. We got Susan, and you're in Missouri, right?
Missoula, Montana.
Oh, Montana. Sorry. Yeah, I get Missoula and Missouri switched up all the time. And then Miss Linda Kemp over in Minnesota. Um, did you guys win this weekend, Linda?
Yeah, we did. And it was right at the very end, and it was against the Raiders because I used to live in Vegas, so I was like, "Yay, we got them!" At the
Oh, was
very
that
end.
the 3-0? Was that the 3-0 game? I know there was a terrible game out there. Was it?
Yeah, yeah.
I just got to give you a hard time only because of Dobbs. Everyone gives that guy a hard time. But anyway, I'm excited. A couple of things that I wanted to share with you, and I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see this. So we're going to go to sfgquotes.com, and the reason we're doing that, and I'm going to share my screen now. Oh, is because there are a ton of tools there that I don't think everyone is utilizing. And I did make a couple of changes this morning, right? So I made some changes here, and then I made some changes up here to the Vigil agency. So here we have all the quoting tools, all the different places to run quotes from. But if you look here, we have the underwriting cheat sheet, right? So this is the big Google Drive cheat sheet that's there. We got the build charts, look back guides, everything like that. And then I added this one today, the Americo Term Series. And I'm going to go ahead and open this up because I think it's important that everyone sees what this has. And while that opens up, the other one that's down here is the Quility level term docs as well. So that's for the SBLI Quility level term. Guys, they made a ton of changes to that. And we're going to also look at some of the things that are happening with that. So while that one is finishing loading, I'm going to go ahead and log on to the SBLI page. Some things I wanted you guys to see here. So I posted this in the WhatsApp, the SBLI closing early on the 20th next week. That is so they could have their staff party. But then they're going to close again on Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so I want you guys to be aware of that. That way, if you guys have any business, you guys can get that submitted before then. They will process commissions for that, and then they will reopen with normal business hours on the 26th. And then for New Year's, they will be closed just on New Year's Day. And then they are going to get all commissions closed out on the 29th. So just something for you guys to think about. So if you guys have stuff that's pending with them, because stuff can be pending now. I want you guys to to know that, right? So they made some underwriting changes that are allowing other people that may not have qualified in the past to get approved. Their limits now for the older generations is 300,000, whereas it used to be 150,000. Age now is from 60 to 65, so that age limit increase is beneficial as well, right? And then they added the accidental death policy. So if your client gets declined for the traditional coverage with SBLI, you can pivot on the spot to an accidental death policy that is instant issue as well with them. Okay, so I haven't experienced that one yet, so I cannot give you any real life experience with it, but I'm sure it's coming. So I wanted to make sure that you guys were aware of that. And then this link was shared with me by Darren Stubbs. It's posted obviously on SFG Quotes. So you guys saw me just go to it from there. But it's kind of like that Quility level term docs page, right? So it has a lot of beneficial information down here. So you can go to the quoting tool, which is already in SFG Quotes. But over here, the further you go down, it has all of these different options for you. So it has the agent guide. A lot of people have asked for an agent guide from Americo. Well, there it is. Okay. All the different product flyers that you can use, client facing videos. So if someone's like, well, can you tell me more about that? Can you tell me more about Eagle Premier? Or can you tell me how the stop smoking uh, policy works with their Eagle Premier? Well, you can just send them a video. So, and the client flyers and client videos are something you can send out. You guys just make sure when you're sending out stuff that it doesn't have for agency use or for agent use only, stuff like that. Make sure it is a client-facing document that you can share. So I just wanted to make sure you guys saw that. There's a ton of trading videos down there as well, directly on the Americo side. And I know a lot of people are gunning for that trip still. So this is a great training tool for everyone. Be system dependent, right? Not people dependent. And you can get to that directly from SFG Quotes. From SFG Quotes, if you can get to HQ, you can get to Virtual Mentor, you can get to Opt, you can get to Switchboard. Everything is available from SFG Quotes. So it's kind of like our one-stop shop, right, for the Vigil agency, because then you can get to the Vigil agency team page. And when you click on that, it's going to bring you here. Everyone should have watched that video already. You just find your mentor here, right? And come into the site. It's going to ask you for a password. The password is Vigil, capital V, VIGIL 2023, and that'll get you in there. And those of you guys that have used this, you'll see already I made some changes to this, right? This morning I changed it around a little bit. I added some more links to it. So if you're a brand new agent and you've never registered for carriers with us, you're going to click on this one on the left. If you are already registered with SureLC, you're going to use this one on the right, okay? Because it is a very unique link that is specific to Cemetery Financial Group. A lot of IMOs, a lot of marketing organizations, a lot of other places are using SureLC for contracting. So if you're like Victor, right, who does Medicare, he probably has a login for SureLC through a different marketing organization, right? So I've got one, Jerry has a different login, different things like that. So, and then I put some quick links here as well for insurance toolkits, because I know some people were having a hard time logging into that. So I put the term login here and the final expense access for insurance toolkits. Easy way to find the product that your client qualifies for. Guys, in our agency, you don't have to use Virtual Mentor because we have this amazing other tool that's available. Okay. So if you're a new agent, you don't need to use Virtual Mentor. I'm just letting you guys know since now. These other toolkits are way better than that, as is the underwriting guide on SFG Quotes. Okay. And then there's another link to SFG Quotes. Here's this link to this call, right? So Tuesday, Team Zoom, and then Monday, new agent training. That would be to register for a new one, or you can watch a recorded one. So if you ever need a refresher, right? Like, hey, how do I do that again? How do I go and buy leads again? How do I, the real basic things that we kind of forget when we get started? there's a recording of that, and it's done by Chris Leak. And the reason I use Chris Leak's new agent training on that is because he's very methodical. He thinks through a lot of things. He's low and slow in his approach, like we should be when we're on the phone and presenting, right? So that's there. If you guys want to participate in the daily huddle, the link is there as well. Meet the team. I'm continuing to work on that as I get more bios from everyone. We'll get those on there. The team Facebook page, this will be for the Vigil specific Facebook group. And then there's the master agency Facebook page, which is SFG Success. Your activity report, I ask everyone to fill out an activity report. I'm not a dictator, so I'm not going to tell you that you have to do it, but it's for your benefit when you fill out your activity report. You can do it daily, you can do it weekly. I take a look at those, I run the numbers, and I give feedback on it. So like before Selena had some contracting issues with her license because her license didn't get renewed, she was sending me a activity report daily. You know, Shania, when she was buying A leads, she was sending me her activity report daily. And then there's my Calendly link as well, for those of you guys that need that. Okay, so let me stop share on that. And I wanted to ask if anyone has any questions, because I know there were some people that had some questions that needed some guidance first, and then we'll pop into some other things. Any questions? Is everyone registered? Is everyone registered for Switchboard version 2 training? Everyone should have gotten that email. There was a pop-up in HQ that asks you to register. There's a couple of emails have come out about that. You will all want to do the training for that. Anything switchboard related, guys, I am not the expert on it anymore. Okay, like it changes daily. I mean, they're making changes and updates to it. So you'll want to go to there and use their support chat when it comes to anything with switchboard. And I mean, they're available, you know, whatever the hours are. So take advantage of that and use those trainings. And I know that we're moving into 2024. There's going to be more lead sources available in the marketplace. How many of you guys signed up for the social media block on Switchboard? No one signed up for the social media block. Guys, it's a great tool that's there to help you guys. You guys, you want to generate your own leads? Utilize social media. The last 4 or 5 policies that I wrote all came from social media. Zero ad spend, zero anything, just posting everyday things, right? Reaching out to people, birthdays coming up. So I don't know if you guys know this, but every single day I post happy birthday. It's a little graphic I made. It's like it's almost the same color as Jerry's shirt actually, and it's got a birthday cake on it, right? And it has the Vigil agency, and it says happy birthday from the Vigil agency. And every single morning at like 4 in the morning, it posts on every single person that has a birthday coming up. So if you're on Facebook, right? Most of you guys are on Facebook. You can click birthdays in the magnifying glass up on the top. And it's better you can schedule it from your phone or your computer, it doesn't matter. You can click on that and it'll show you today's birthdays and all the upcoming birthdays for the next week. So if you click on that person's page, you can post and then you can schedule it to post on the actual day. So if it's 3 days from now, you can schedule it to post in the morning or whatever you want, right? Just a great, easy way to generate leads. You know, you're not trying to generate leads, right? Like it doesn't look like you're trying to generate leads. You're just genuinely say happy birthday, you know, whatever you guys want to do on that. But what I'm saying is on Switchboard and under Marketplace for 27 bucks a month, it has the whole social media suite where there's a bunch of, what's the word I'm looking for? Pre-made graphics, right? So there's a whole slew of things already created for us. And then you can go in there and you can attach your TikTok, you can attach your Instagram, your X account, your Facebook account, make one post on there, link it to all the different social medias, and it's going to cross post for you. Okay. It's just an easy way to schedule those posts and get them across all of your followers. The other thing you can do to help generate clients, and this is for anyone that's been in any sort of business, right? is go on there and say, hey guys, I'm not asking you guys to buy anything today. All I'm asking you to do is go and leave my business a review. If we've done business in the past, leave me a review. And then people will be curious, right? Like people that haven't bought from you, they're going to go and look at those reviews, right? And then it kind of it gets people thinking about it. But like I said, the last 4 or 5 sales that I've had, and there's been multiple sales there, have all come from social media posts. And then the next 3 sales that I have that haven't logged yet are all coming from repeat customers, right? So I do my annual review. Those of you guys that have been in the business for a while, if you sold a policy 6 months ago, or if you sold a policy, a year ago, call those people up, right? There's probably something that you guys talked about that they wanted to add later. It's later. Give them a call, add those policies on. There's a lot of insurance activity going on. If you have not partnered with an auto and home agent, so Keith, you're in a different state, right? Find yourself someone that sells auto and home in your state, partner with them, because I want TI to unmute. What's happening in New Mexico right now with the auto and home industry on insurance?
What do you mean?
Like the rates. What's going on with
Oh,
rates?
the rates are super high right now, and it's kind of a pain because I do auto too, and right now even companies are pulling out of New Mexico. People
Yep.
who have $1 books of businesses are losing contracts because companies are just straight up. So if we can get a home person, because there's not many out there right now.
Yep. So what I'm saying is, I mean, if you hear of someone, right, that's like, hey man, my rates are going crazy right now. Does anyone have a good person to refer to? Get yourself a referral partner for these auto and home rates, right, that people are having to shop. You're going to be like, hey, Matthew, yeah, you know what? My good friend TI, he sells auto and home insurance. Let me get you his number and let me get you guys connected, right? But then that auto and home person, most likely, in most cases, they don't sell a whole lot of life insurance, right? And it could be a reciprocal thing, right? So it's also a great way to introduce yourself as a life insurance agent, right? So you see those posts of people, hey, my auto insurance just doubled. Who who do you recommend? Hey, well, Matthew, I recommend TI. He does all the auto and home for all my life insurance clients. He's the person I send all my life insurance clients to help them save money on their auto and home, or to get them the best coverage, something like that. But another easy way to generate leads, guys. And there's so many ways for us to generate leads. So, but utilize your social medias. Questions?
Where did you
Selena,
say
you
that
back
was?
up and running? Go ahead, Matthew.
Where did you say that was the social media block or class? Whatever.
It's in Switchboard under Marketplace.
To answer your question, yes, kind of. Mostly I got my license fixed, but then I realized that I had to like get my contracts back from like the carriers and stuff. And so I had to fix like my AML training and some other things. So there's just some other like behind the scenes stuff that I'm having to deal with right now. But overall, it's good. We should be
Okay.
up and running here soon.
If you need help with any of that, just let us know, okay?
I was gonna ask, I'm working on my E&O insurance right now because it kind of got messed up in this whole thing. But are there some companies that you can write with without E&O coverage, or no? Should I just get it fixed?
I would just get it fixed because there's certain products with certain carriers that you don't need it. And there's a link that you can use within a Sure LC that'll get you a discounted rate. TI, do you offer E&O insurance in New Mexico?
I think I have somebody, but I still think that insurance, but when we get through HQ is cheaper.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was like $26 or something like that, but I just
Yeah.
needed to get it fixed. So I was gonna see if I could start writing business before doing that, or just like get it fixed and then go from there.
I would just get it fixed as quickly as you can because it's going to be one of those things that lingers and it's going to hold up other contracts. You know what I mean? You may
Okay.
not get certain products with one carrier, and then you're going to have to provide it down the road. So if you just upload it right away before you get recontract with them, it's a lot easier. Just remember, most times E&O requires a 25% down payment. right?
Mhm.
So if your premium is $300 for the year, you're gonna have to pay what is that, $75 up front or whatever, so
Okay. Yeah.
just something to keep in mind.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
You got it. Has everyone registered or done a new agent orientation that's brand new? Keith, you can register for one, because I know you're coming back, and that way you get acquainted with how we do things. It's there every Monday, so I know you currently have Mondays and Tuesdays off, so it's in the evening. And you can get to it from SFG Quotes, click on the Vigil agency, and then Vigil, capital V, 2023. You can get registered directly from there, okay?
Ask them how you've been a one.
Anyone else? No questions?
Hey, Michael, I do
Yes,
have a
sir.
question. My wife was sitting next to me. She's asking, how do we bring her on? She's got to get her license. So how would we
Perfect.
do that?
So where you filled out your contract, you go right to that same link and you can send her a contract. Or if you want, you can send me her email and phone number, and then I'll just get her put on your team. I'll send her a link that goes directly to your team.
Okay, I'll do that because we both have to go out actually today and get new computers. So we
Okay.
got to get everything. The computer I'm using is 6 years old or something like that. It's way out of date. So we got to go get new computers or right after this call, pretty much.
Gotcha. You got it. Yeah. Send me her phone number, email, and I'll get that link sent to her.
Okay.
All right. Jerry, you and I will touch base after this call because you should be getting a slew of contracting pretty quick here. Victor, have you gotten all your contracting requests taken care of?
Yes, I got them all taken care of.
Awesome. All right. I just ask guys because we're getting close to the end of the year, right? And you don't want, your contract to fall, in someone's inbox on their desk, in their, email and then get lost until next year. I'm trying to push through anyone that's waiting on a contract, anyone that has insurance that needs to be underwritten this year. I make a big put. I go to all the carriers, and I look at everyone that has pending business. If there's something I can do to help, I'll push it along. I'll call the underwriters. You guys probably don't even know this, but I talk to the underwriters almost every day. If there's pending business, if it's your business or if it's my business, and I ask them what we can do to help push it along. So I look at every piece of business in our agency that is pending. And if there's something I can't do, I ask them, have you talked to the agent? Where do we stand with it? And if they haven't heard from the agent, you guys will get a text from me like, hey, what do we got to do to get Bob going? Have you talked to Tina about where, getting that blood work done, whatever the case is, just to try and get some of those things done. Like Matt turned in one. It was either last night or the night before, and it's got a single premium deposit for a paid up rider of $71,000. So the client is dumping $71,000 directly into this whole life policy, and then they're paying an additional $1,000 a month, where $316 of that is going to the target premium. So talk about a big policy, right? Because he's going to make like 15% on the 71,000, and then he's going to make his normal commission on the target premium of 3,600. So it's a pretty nice little payday for him. And guys, we're doing a ton right now. We probably have 12 or 13 annuities in the works for right around $5 million. Guys, if you know of anyone that has a 401k sitting there, let us help you at least get it started. You got $100,000 in a rollover is $5,200 in deposit for you. For every $100,000, just think about it that way. For every 100,000 you find, it's about $5,000 in income for you. So if you find $1 million, that's 50 grand. That's what most of America lives off of. Yeah, 50 grand a year. You know what I mean? So if you find $1 million rollover, pretty nice payday for you. Last week, that's what Tony Volpe and Tyson Snook uncovered, right? 1.25 million. and they put all this money together from like 9 inefficient accounts. The guy had brokerage accounts, money market CDs, you know, they just rolled it into one annuity and got it set for the client because the client was getting to that age where they didn't want the volatility anymore. So a lot of cool things happening. If you guys need help with any underwriting or running appointments, just let me know. Reach out to your upline first, of course, you know, and then me, if I'm not your direct one, you know. So once you guys working through your team leaders, okay? Team leaders, key leaders first. Outside of that, we're at the top of the hour. So if anyone has any questions, I'll answer them now. Any comments or concerns, this is your time. I know Ti, you had some other questions too. So as soon as I stop the recording, we'll address those ones. All right, I'm gonna stop.